absolutely disgusting.
What just happened? Hey, just like a lever. Hey, tonight, I'm gonna break that fool. Compliments from the sexy Nexi, baby. Well, I'm gonna use something else. Let's believe that. I got some.
I got it, boss.
My fans are louder than yours. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Socal Pro Wrestling!
Beautiful crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bada bing, bada boom, bada bing.
Crazy week here in Southern California. Let's go ahead and keep that heat going. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Socal Pro. I Quit. As always, I'm Kevin Cormack. The Mac is back with another great evening of competition for everybody. We open tonight with the Straight Edge Order versus the Anarchy Dolls. Straight Edge Order consisting of Eddie Islas and Gunjack. The Straight Edge Devil, Eddie Islas, and the most interesting wrestler in the world, Gunjack, versus SoCal's shiniest diamond, Adrian Diamond, and SoCal Pro's punk rock princess, Gnarly Charlotte. And folks, you can tell who the crowd's rooting for here tonight. Now, Gunjack and Eddie Islas, they're no team to play around with. Eddie Islas himself has over 10 years of in-ring experience. Shows Adrian Diamond with a big hip toss right there into the arm drag. Gunjack's looking a little worse for wear here early on in this contest. And there we go. A big splash in the corner from Adrian Diamond. That's gonna hurt. And the tag is made. Scarlet Charlotte, the legal woman in this contest. Ooh, and a big hip bump. Into another from Scarlet Charlotte. And folks, Gunjack's feeling it already. Oh, just working over the entire body. And the early cover, and only a 1 count. It's clear the Anarchy Dolls have a lot more work to do if they want to take the straight edge order out tonight. Oh, these are two relatively new tag teams in the division. The straight edge order has been taking Socal Pro's tag team division by storm. They're already receiving opportunities at the title. Oh, and a big arm drag from Scarlet Charlotte into another. Just working the back of Eddie Islas. And it looks like Eddie Islas is going to take back some of the momentum there. Oh, and the big Alita from Scarlet Charlotte. Ow! Big clothesline from Scarlet Charlotte. Just working the body of Eddie Islas. Off the middle rope. And Scarlet Charlotte looks like she's going to go for another cover. Just one. What a hot start to Socal Pro I Quit tonight. And Adrian Diamond, now the legal woman. Eddie Islas off the ropes. Double hip toss from the Anarchy Dolls. Into a frog splash from Adrian Diamond to the cover. 2. Only 2. Now, Adrian Diamond and Scarlet Charlotte had a lot to say earlier this week about the straight edge order. The straight edge order made it known that they don't respect the Anarchy Dolls. Adrian Diamond and Gnarly Charlotte have made it quite clear leading into this match. They are demanding that the straight edge order respect the Dolls. Looking at Eddie Islas here, it's pretty clear he has no respect for anybody, let alone the Dolls. Eddie Islas has always been somewhat of a bully of the Socal Pro roster. You can see it in his in-ring work here. Working the body of Adrian Diamond. And he's got her up against the rope. Oh! That chop's gotta hurt, folks. Open palm to the chest. Gunjack now the legal man. Gunjack has gone to the middle rope. Oh, and a middle rope elbow for Gunjack. Only a 2 count. Gunjack, one of the most interesting wrestlers on the Socal Pro roster. He calls himself the most interesting wrestler in the world. Now, Gunjack's been known to be unable to resist the sight of himself in a mirror. An absolute narcissist. Oh, and while the ref's distracted, looks like the straight edge order is going to give themselves a bit of an advantage here. Now, the straight edge order, classic cheat to win tactics here. Eddie Islas still working that body. Those strikes to the abdomen are going to add up quickly. It's going to not only cause pain and damage, it's going to fatigue Adrian Diamond. And a big jawbreaker there, her head swimming. Her stomach is hurting. Eddie Islas with a kick to the hand of Scarlet Charlotte. He says, I don't care. You're not making that tag. Oh, to the back of the knee. And it looks like Eddie Islas isn't letting up anytime soon. And Eddie Islas is out of the ring. What's he got? What is that? Is that somebody's sign? Oh, he's got an Anarchy Doll sign. And I'm not going to dignify that by saying what he just did. There's no way that that's... Adrian Diamond attempting to fight back against the onslaught of the straight edge order. The straight edge order, one of the most dominant tag teams on the roster right now. Gunjack now the legal man. Earlier tonight, Gunjack told me he was so interesting. He's an international treasure in countries he's never visited, folks. And Adrian Diamond in the corner. Gunjack just working the midsection in the corner. A cheap tactic, but an effective one nonetheless. Adrian Diamond's looking a little worse for wear here, folks. You gotta wonder if the damage has been done, or if the Anarchy Dolls can fight back for the respect they deserve tonight here at Socal Pro. I quit. Adrian Diamond with some solid strikes. But Gunjack isn't gonna let up that easy. The momentum seems to be swinging in Adrian Diamond's favor here tonight. With the shoulder tackle from Gunjack, may just swing it back into the straight edge order's corner. He's bringing her up. And a big strike to the face. And tag, Eddie Islas now the legal man. And what's he doing? Oh, and an Irish whip. Oh, an incredible combo from the straight edge order, folks. Gunjack once again the legal man. And as you can see, it's not looking easy for the Anarchy Dolls right now. Now the Anarchy Dolls in the straight edge order do have something of a history. They've faced off a few times just in recent memory. Oh! And the discus elbow from Gunjack. Only a 2 count. Adrian Diamond, one of the most resilient wrestlers on the Socal Pro roster. Diamonds are notoriously tough. And Adrian Diamond fighting back once again. No! Folks, it looks like the pendulum may be once again swinging back into the corner of the Anarchy Dolls. Double tag. Eddie Islas, Scarlet Charlotte, the legal individuals in this contest. Scarlet Charlotte bringing the heat to Eddie Islas. And a big drop kick is going to send him down. And the cover. Only a 2 count. Eddie Islas, a notorious tough guy on the roster. He's working his way back up. Ducks the clothesline. Oh, and the neck breaker. Mocking Adrian Diamond's finisher here. And only a 2 count. Scarlet Charlotte, the punk rock princess, will not be put away so easily this evening. But it looks like Eddie Islas has something else in the pocket for her. And Eddie Islas stops himself in the corner there. Oh! Eddie Islas is taking a lot of punishment. You gotta wonder, is this gonna slow him down? Is this gonna start to add up? Oh! And Gunjack attempting to break up the pin. Scarlet Charlotte, too aware of the straight edge orders, manipulative, dirty, underhanded tactics, rolls out of the way. And Adrian Diamond here to even the score. Now that Gunjack and Adrian Diamond are out of the ring. Ow! Gunjack to the ring post. And that's gonna cause some severe head damage there. He might be out for a good minute. And the spine buster from Scarlet Charlotte for the cover. And the Anarchy Dolls take it home. Respect the Dolls. Anarchy Dolls have certainly earned their respect tonight here at Socal Pro. I quit. An electric start, folks. And once again, we'll go back to that spine buster that did Eddie Islas in. They were just working that spine all night, and eventually it just got too hard to handle. Now listen, they may be dolls, but they're nothing to play with, folks. Eddie Islas Blunderbuss and Gunjack, notoriously poor sports. No retreat to lick their wounds. The Anarchy Dolls will aura farm for the rest of the night. Folks, that's just the beginning of what we've got tonight here at Socal Pro. I quit. Once again, I'm Kevin Cormack here for Socal Pro. The Mac is back, and what a thing to come back to. Incredible action here tonight, and we're just getting started with that electric opener. Here's Andrew Jasic, here to announce the next contest.
About 50-50, but I think it was still more in favor for me, so thank you. I want to thank you for still letting me be your hero. Old school. Don't challenge me, kid. Don't challenge me, kid. All right? I still got time. I got time to do, fella.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much.
That's a real woman. I appreciate y'all. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Yeah.
And Andy Hollow are going to give themselves a decided advantage against Billy Clutch, Derek Cox, and the Mighty Tortuga. Sending the Mighty Tortuga out of the ring here. Giving themselves plenty of time to work over the other two members of the team tonight. It looks like they're going to focus in on Derek Cox a bit. Oh, sending Andy Hollow straight into the corner. Miguel Bravo up and over. Folks, if this is the mischief we're getting into before before the bell even rings. I hate to find out what's going to happen when legal competition begins. With a double clothesline to Araxio and Andy Hollow. Oh, and the scoop slam to Araxio. Looks like he's got another one in the pocket. And to Andy Hollow. Fidel Bravo, he doesn't want any of that Tortuga power. He's making his way out of the ring. Tortuga set to even the score before competition begins tonight.
Give me the bell now.
This contest will begin. Tortuga and Araxio, the legal men. Tortuga and Araxio are no strangers to the ring together. They've faced off a great many times. The headbanging horror show versus Mr. Tortuga Power himself. The big green body-rocking, shell-shocking machine, Tortuga. Tortuga off the ropes. Oh, into the Fez press. Raining down blows onto Araxio's head. Tortuga working over the entire body of Araxio. He doesn't want one weak point. He's attempting to break down the entirety of his opponent tonight. He denies the tag. He takes him up. He's got him in the arm wringer. Wrenching that arm. He wants to dissect the headbanging horror show piece by piece until there's nothing left but victory for his side tonight. In his corner, once again, that's Billy Clutch and Derek Cox. The tail of the tape. Andy Hollow now the legal man. Lock up with Tortuga. Tortuga clubs the back hard. Oh, and the slap. It's not painful so much as it is just embarrassing, folks. Big chop in the corner. Tortuga, one of the strongest and most resilient wrestlers on the Socal Pro roster here tonight. Looks like he may be going for the tag. Andy Hollow in the arm wringer. Derek Cox now the legal man. Derek Cox has made a hell of a splash since he joined the Socal Pro roster late last year. Derek Cox has been a force of nature. One of the most athletic competitors we have here at Socal Pro. He's made a shot into the schoolboy, into the German, showing Andy Hollow what's up. What people forget about Derek Cox is, although he is an incredibly athletic individual, he's also a collegiate level amateur wrestler. He has his training to fall back on. He's working the spine of Andy Hollow right now. Andy Hollow can't be in great shape after that. He's gonna send him off the ropes. Ducks. Into a flying Euro from Derek Cox. For somebody with arms so powerful, it's a 2 count. Derek Cox is gonna have to do a little bit more work if he wants to put it away tonight. He's gonna bring him back up. Billy Clutch now the legal man. Billy Clutch, also one of the newer members of Socal Pro's roster. Ooh, off the back of Derek Cox into Andy Hollow. Andy Hollow, additionally one of the toughest strikers Socal Pro has seen in many a year. Fidel Bravo now the legal man. Fidel Bravo, in addition to the Golden State champion, one of the most athletic and psychological wrestlers on the card. Now, Fidel Bravo may not be the biggest guy on the card, but don't let it fool you, he is dangerous. Billy Clutch looking like he's in good shape here tonight. Oh, into the rolling senton for the cover. And the 2 count. Fidel Bravo not looking like he's in a great spot here. Billy Clutch working the head. Now, the psychological wrestler like Fidel Bravo, if you work the head, maybe those underhanded tactics won't come back to bite you tonight. Sending Billy Clutch in the corner. Andy Hollow sneaks in a strike. Ooh, into a reverse code breaker. Just working the back. If the back is damaged, it's a lot harder to stand up. It's going to be a lot harder to lay it in and win here tonight. Araxial now the legal man. And Araxial brings him down. Just stomping Billy Clutch there. And the leg drop. And a 2 count. Billy Clutch may be in trouble here, but he's not looking to give up. He doesn't want to say, I quit. And he's got him here in the disarmor. Just wrenching that hold. Billy Clutch isn't going to get to the ropes like that, is he? The ref checking. Billy Clutch saying he does not want to quit. Araxial gives up the hold to bring him into the corner. Andy Hollow, the legal man. Oh, and a cheap tactic from the team of Andy Hollow, Fidel Bravo, and Araxial here tonight. Andy Hollow working the midsection here. The chest, the midsection, the spine. It's all on the menu for Andy Hollow tonight. Oh, and a big cannonball from Andy Hollow. That's going to do some damage. And the cover. Billy Clutch with the resiliency that few can match, if any. Billy Clutch said he was going to kick it into 7th gear here tonight. We're waiting to see if they're going to cut off his opportunity to do that at all. Fidel Bravo's got him. Looks like he's going to go for his patented fisherman suplex. Into the cover. Only a 2 count. Billy Clutch is going to have to make his way into that corner if he wants any hope of getting out of this. Fidel Bravo knows this. He's not going to allow it. Into the scoop slam. Off the ropes. Oh, and a diversion. He isn't going to let it happen. Fidel Bravo's got him in the corner. It looks like we're going to get something of a triple team here. Araxial sending Derek Cox out of the corner. Oh, and it's erupting into absolute pandemonium here. All men in the ring. Well, the ref is distracted. Looks like Fidel Bravo, Andy Hollow, and Araxial are going to take advantage of the situation here tonight. Folks, I'm being joined on commentary right now by legendary Socal Pro Hall of Famer Andrew Jasic. Andrew, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm very scared. I had to leave the ringside area. There's so much bumping and grinding going on there. I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah. This is so exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to be here. This has been, so far, one of the most incredible 6-man tags I've seen in the history of Socal Pro. And we're talking about people in there that are legends next to people that are still making their name for themselves. And what better place to showcase their skills right here in Vista, California, here at Socal Pro Wrestling.
Looks like Andy Hollow isn't letting up on that headlock. Billy Clutch fighting out of it. Oh, and the big strikes to the midsection. Clutch with something of a modified Izenguri there.
I definitely want to see that coming for Billy Clutch. Billy Clutch, again, one of these people that are somewhat new to the scene of professional wrestling, definitely new to the fans here at Socal Pro within the last year or so, but Billy Clutch nonetheless is impressing, but of course,
Fidel Bravo emptying the corner there.
You get people like that, of course, involved, and you know, he doesn't take kindly to newcomers at all, does Fidel Bravo.
Fidel Bravo doesn't seem to take kindly to anybody, Andrew. He has a problem with anybody who's coming, not only for the gold, but for his reputation.
What do you call that? That looked devastating.
Something of a rolling Samoan drop, I'm going to call it that.
It might be a count of 3 is what it might be. Oh.
Not quite. Andy Hollow, notoriously tough, notoriously difficult to put away. You can punish him all you want. It might just not be enough here tonight. It looks like both men are struggling to make their way to their feet. Andy Hollow, he's close to that corner, Andrew.
Andy Hollow trying to make that tag, and so is Billy Clutch. Billy Clutch gets in there.
Double tag. Araxial and Derek Cox, the legal man.
Derek Cox, big fist of fury.
Derek Cox isn't somebody you want to get on the alongside him. This is one of the strongest guys on the roster, one of the best athletes SoCal has seen in a long time. And it looks like he's going to go for that T-bone scoop slam.
They felt that in China. This could be it here.
Fidel Bravo may not be the biggest guy on the roster, but he is for sure one of the toughest guys on the roster. And somebody who will do whatever it takes to put away his opponent here tonight.
Absolutely, and that means don't count Fidel Bravo out. Him being laid down on the floor doesn't mean much of anything. You're talking about the king of slithery snake tactics is Fidel Bravo. Good knows he's probably reaching for his knee brace or something. Oh my goodness.
Tortuga attempting to go to the top, being absolutely denied by Araxial.
Got him right in the shells.
Now we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the issues that Tortuga and Fidel Bravo have been having with each other as of late. Tortuga wants that title.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
And Fidel Bravo with the underhanded tactics to put it away here tonight at SoCal Pro. I quit. This was an absolutely chaotic, pandemonious conflict here tonight. Folks, once again, I'm Kevin Cormack for SoCal Pro. I quit here in Vista, California.
¡Para siempre!
Let's see it one more time. Araxial hitting spear. And Fidel Bravo, the legal man, slides in for that quick cover. Fidel Bravo is an absolute weasel. A cheat-to-win individual who will take the low road. When they go low, Fidel goes lower. Fidel mocking Tortuga, saying, "You're not going to get this title off of me." Now remember, folks, it looks like Tortuga's got something to say.
I'll break your glasses too.
You think it's smart enough to do? You think you're smart? You think you got it all figured out because you can use your tricks, run and hide, huh? Yeah. And don't forget, 219. You accepted my challenge, right? At the Town Warfare, San Diego, right? And don't forget, that match is not going to be a regular match. It's going to be inside of a 15-foot tall steel cage. Understand this, Del Bravo. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You're going to war with a big bad turtle, and you're in for a shell-shocking defeat. Get some! Come on!
Tortuga more fired up than we've seen him in a long time. Reminding Fidel Bravo, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. Once upon a fair, June 19th, Tortuga says he's coming for that title in a 15-foot steel cage. I'm being joined here by one of SoCal Pro's most electric individuals, the punk rock princess of Southern California, Scarlett Charlotte herself. Scarlett, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, and I'm actually doing a little bit better now that I won, you know what I mean?
Oh, I can only imagine. I hope that energy translates to a winning commentary team tonight, huh?
Oh, it always does. It always does, Cormac.
Once again, Kevin Cormack, Scarlett Charlotte here for SoCal Pro. I quit right here in Vista, California. We've had an incredible 2 contests so far. You got anything to say to the straight edge order after tonight?
I think I've said enough with the actions in the ring. I always found out that actions speak louder than words, and the action of getting your hand raised speaks pretty loudly, but I'm more excited for our next match. Matthias, the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, is taking on CJ Tino, the Deadlift King.
You gotta wonder, somebody who's not as big, not as strong as Matthias, stepping into that ring with him. Are the odds stacked against CJ Tino tonight?
Well, I don't know if the odds are ever stacked against CJ Tino, but I think the odds are always in the favor of Matthias.
Unfortunately, Matthias is a statistical anomaly. Never tell him the odds. You know, you know. along with Andrew Jasic here in just a moment.
I've never seen a ring announcer get over a show before. This is why. I appreciate you. Seriously. How you enjoying yourself so far? Come on, man. Yeah, we have 4-man tag match, 6-man tag match. What can be better than that? Oh, I got an idea. How about this? The following contest is for the Socal Pro Heavyweight Championship.
Cheer for a reason. Tough shit. You didn't buy nothing. you're sitting over there. Where's your ticket, huh, buddy? Hey, take the porn off your phone, buddy. There's kids here. Oh, bring it. Yeah, I ain't cheer for no reason. He's got picks. I won't worry about him. Ready to go? Ring the bell.
And the bell has rung on this, our heavyweight championship match of the evening. And just look at how massive Matthias looks compared to the deadlift king, Mr. 551.
You know the fascinating thing? Matthias looks huge now. This is him on a cut. This is the leanest we've seen Matthias. And still, a mountain of a man standing at the peak of professional wrestling, Charlotte.
That is definitely what they call themselves. That is definitely what he calls himself. And now, looks like almost a test of strength. Not an optimal strategy for CJ Tino, but he gains that arm control with that top wrist lock. Matthias quick to get him in a headlock.
Matthias may call himself the peak of professional wrestling, but in addition, he's proved himself to be, at the very least, the peak of Socal professional wrestling.
No arguments there as a huge shoulder tackle sends down CJ Tino.
Continuous domination, that's the name of the game for Matthias. He thinks CJ Tino is just another notch on the bedpost, someone to run over and keep on moving, Charlotte. But CJ Tino, he says he's got a little bit more than the past opponents Matthias has faced to defend this belt.
Absolutely, the experience does lay in the pocket of CJ Tino, but the power of Matthias as he lifts him almost from the ground, looking for an arm drag of sorts, but CJ Tino holds on with that takeover headlock.
And that fast-moving, athletic and acrobatic style that CJ Tino brings may be the perfect antithesis to Matthias. And CJ Tino with a little bit of flexing early on in the competition.
He definitely looks like he's having the most fun in there, and Matthias is looking as grumpy as ever.
I don't think Matthias knows what fun is, Charlotte. I've never seen him happy at anything but someone in pain. He said earlier tonight, he doesn't believe in pizza. This is a man who doesn't believe in joy.
I knew there was a reason he and Tortuga didn't get along. As the Socal Pro fans are letting Matthias know exactly what they think of him. Matthias sending CJ Tino into the corner with a big shot to the torso and a back elbow.
CJ Tino's a rare sight here at Socal Pro, but he's already, in the mere moments he's been here, captured the heart of the Socal Pro fans.
Absolutely, two knife-edge chops and a huge overhand, followed by a third, and Matthias blocks it with an overhand of his own.
Now see, you would think working the head of Matthias would be great. Get his head swimming, make it a little bit more difficult for him to think. But for Matthias, a hard win like this is just muscle memory. This is somebody who has trained themselves, who has climbed to the peak of professional wrestling, and will not be denied, Charlotte.
Absolutely no denial, looking like in Matthias' future as he is in full control right now. CJ Tino draped over the middle rope and head bounced off the top turnbuckle.
It's not looking good for CJ Tino. Once Matthias gets going, he's incredibly hard to stop.
And look at that head of steam. Matthias, with such power in those shoulder tackles, he's broken more than one ring here at Socal Pro.
This is an unstoppable force, and unfortunately, CJ Tino's looking like a pretty movable object right now.
And Matthias, with a knife-edge chop, didn't quite get all of it.
But he back around.
He got all of that one. Matthias not one to leave a job half done.
Oh, absolutely not, especially when that job is his favorite thing, inflicting pain on someone the Socal Pro fans absolutely love.
Irish whip by CJ Tino. CJ Tino dodges out of the way, and a big triangle dropkick sending Matthias, the champion, down to the floor. But here's the thing, Kevin. The title cannot change hands on a ring out.
The champion's advantage, they call it. We've seen Matthias use it to his advantage before, no pun intended. We've seen him strike people with objects. We've seen him get himself counted out. He doesn't care.
And it looks like he's taking his proverbial ball and going home as he looks like he was heading out. And CJ Tino having none of that, sending the champion back in under the bottom rope. CJ Tino knows this can only be settled in the ring, and that is where he's sending the champ with that big European uppercut and another one.
CJ Tino may not be the biggest guy, but CJ Tino might have the biggest heart in this building tonight. This is somebody who has no quit in them. This is somebody who will never say, I quit.
I see what you did there. Thank you so much again for joining us here at Socal Pro Wrestling. I Quit in Vista, California.
Once again, I'm Kevin Cormack,
And
joined by Charlotte.
And I'm interrupting my partner. CJ Tino seems to have swung the pendulum of momentum back into his corner. Matthias reversing that Irish whip up and over CJ Tino, but caught in midair, and a huge slam.
You gotta wonder if CJ Tino is an Icarus, if he's flown too close to the sun and his wax wings are beginning to wane here tonight. We saw a lot of incredible acrobatic moves already from CJ Tino. That's exhausting, Charlotte.
But you know, talking about Icarus, the often forgotten part of that story, he couldn't fly too low either. CJ Tino cannot play this too safe when you're in the ring with someone like Matthias.
You can't play too safe. You can't take too many risks. It's a calculated game. And when Matthias is slapping you around, punching you in the face, it's awful hard to calculate your risks.
You don't know how right you are, Kevin. The count of two. Matthias with a disrespectful cover forearm to the face of CJ Tino, and more disrespect as that kick was not meant to end the match. That kick was meant to show disrespect to CJ Tino, who answers in kind with a big elbow.
Matthias recently put out to the world that he was looking for true competition, that he was looking for someone to climb to the peak so he could proverbially kick them back down. Charlotte, do you think he's found his match here tonight in CJ Tino, the deadlift king, Mr. 551?
Well, I think the Socal Pro fans absolutely think that he's maybe found his match, as they are 100% behind Mr. 551, and a big boot to the face of Matthias.
Now, something that folks at home might not understand.
Unfortunately, that was short-lived. I don't mean to cut you off there, Kevin, but a big sidewalk slam by the champ to CJ Tino.
Now, something that's often overlooked by the wrestling fans, the power that you have in your heart when the Socal Pro fans get behind you is unlike anything. We've seen people come back from insurmountable odds with nothing but the heart of the people, Charlotte. And you gotta wonder, is CJ Tino gonna go the distance? Is he gonna defy the odds tonight to take the title off of Matthias?
Oh, absolutely. When you've got the fans chanting your name. I love my tag team partner, Adrian Diamond, but there is no better tag team partner than the Socal Pro Wrestling family.
I might argue it's awful hard to get them all in the ring at the same time, Charlotte. I don't think it's rated for that much weight.
Handicap match indeed as CJ Tino ducks a clothesline. Matthias looking for another sidewalk slam. CJ Tino done the homework. Matthias gone to the well one too many times. Basement dropkick and another basement dropkick. One to the knee, one to the face of the champion CJ Tino. Now building up that momentum in House of Fire.
CJ Tino's looking to burn down the house, to climb to the peak, climb back down, climb back up. He's doing hill sprints.
One drop kick, two drop kick, three drop kicks to the champion. This is CJ Tino looking for a back suplex.
And the cover.
A bridge to cover. Look at the athleticism, the poise of CJ Tino.
Now, see, you got to think strategically. The best way to pin Matthias is with a bridge. If you put all that weight back on him, it becomes the disadvantage. use that size to give yourself every up you can possibly get tonight. CJ Tino, the world is rooting for you here at Socal Pro I Quit.
CJ Tino definitely looking like he's getting the worst of that exchange, but like you said, there is no quit in the heart of the challenger. Matthias with that big European uppercut. CJ Tino not going down.
CJ
A giant discus elbow.
Like a wise poet once said, he gets knocked down, but he gets up again. You're never gonna keep him down, Charlotte.
Unfortunately, he is down at the moment. Matthias has regained control.
And he's back up again.
Back up, back down. That dropkick caught Matthias square on the jaw. CJ Tino looking like he's going for another cover and a honor roll and a huge spine buster by the champion.
The absolute peak of spine busters, one might say. I don't think anybody in the industry today has a better spine buster than Matthias. It's the most forceful, the most vile move you can put on somebody.
Now
He
Matthias
wants to handicap CJ Tino.
Now Matthias, speaking of it, the persistence of CJ Tino, that move has put many opponents away. That move has retained Matthias the championship belt so many times, and CJ Tino kicked out at 2 3/4.
And Matthias, like many great athletes, understands you need a break between sets. He's got himself a chair to sit down, Charlotte.
I don't think they're sitting in the future with that chair. Matthias has an evil look in his eye as the referee.
I like to think of myself as something of an optimist, Charlotte.
Referee saying no to that chair. Matthias has grabbed the title belt. Matthias has cracked CJ Tino on the skull with
You
that
evil
gold
creature.
and leather. And CJ Tino kicked out. Only a count of 2. Matthias with the title belt while the referee was distracted, and CJ Tino still kicked out.
CJ Tino is powering himself through the energy that we have here in this building tonight, here in Vista. Socal Pro, I quit. Charlotte, there is no pain, there's only adrenaline. CJ Tino flips over the back. He's not done. He doesn't even look tired.
Landing on his feet, a big enziguri. As CJ Tino gathering that momentum. We've seen this before. 1, 2, and looking for that third drop kick.
Nobody's home.
Nobody's home, but CJ Tino with the adaptation from the second rope missile drop kick.
And that kind of flexibility, that ability to adapt, improvise, and overcome is something that sets CJ Tino apart from much of his competition here in Socal Pro.
Now, Cormac, I think that might be what wins him. The Socal Pro Heavyweight Champion is that huge German suplex, but only a count of 2 from the champion.
This might genuinely be the closest we've ever seen Matthias to losing that title since he picked it up so long ago, Charlotte.
Like you said, Kevin Cormac, Matthias has been calling for, quote, worthy challengers, and I think he's found a most worthy competition with the Deadlift King, Mr. 551.
You gotta wonder if the peak of professional wrestling is starting to regret his big words to the whole world.
As CJ Tino falling out of the sky, but unfortunately plucked out of the air by Matthias. What a crucifix spin! 1, 2. Matthias rolls through. Oh, and that huge driver from Matthias. And still, Socal Pro Heavyweight Champion Matthias.
The fans are absolutely heartbroken, Charlotte.
Underhanded tactics from Matthias, but CJ Tino did not relent. Unfortunately, the peak of the mountain was just too high this evening for the Deadlift King, CJ Tino.
You gotta wonder how lonely it is at the top for Matthias. A wise man once said, when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer. What else can Matthias conquer here at Socal Pro? Who can go through him? Who can climb to to the peak of that mountain. We saw somebody poke their head over that peak time and time again to see a big boot in their face.
Not just a boot, but a belt. As we saw in that instant replay, Matthias bouncing that gold and leather off the skull of CJ Tino.
Matthias is the kind of guy, he'll kick you, he'll beat you, and he'll tell you it's fair. He just wants his opponent to beat it.
Everybody give it up for CJ Tino.
The winner in the hearts of the people.
Great match was a valiant effort. If you wouldn't mind joining me back in the ring, I know this didn't work out for you tonight, but we have an announcement that you have another chance at glory here at Socal Pro Wrestling. Tonight, for all you folks joining me in the ring as well, we've got a very special surprise announcement for you all tonight. Give it up for Billy Black and Derek Cox. These three wrestlers here in the ring are 3 of the 8 wrestlers who will be wrestling in our tournament Friday, June 19th at the San Diego County Fair for our Socal Pro Summer Classic Tournament. You are the very first to know about this tournament. If you wouldn't mind turning your attention to the screen really quickly, you can see our Summer Classic Champion belt that will be awarded to one of the contestants at that tournament. As you heard earlier, we will be having a main event match in a steel cage. We will also be having the Socal Pro Summer Classic Tournament all day, starting at 12 p.m. at the San Diego County Fair. I should be excited about that. In addition to this tournament, we will also have extra fun specials for you. We'll have a dunking booth where you can dunk wrestlers in the water. You'll be able to joust. Maybe you will joust a wrestler.
I'd pay for that.
It could be you dunking Matthias in the water.
Yes.
So we will have lots more information for you. Follow our social media, Socal Pro. You'll be able to get tickets and see more details to come at SoCalProWrestling.com. What do we think about that? All right, more details to come. With that being said, we're going to let these guys take a break. This is our intermission. Be sure to grab some raffle tickets starting at $1 over by the basketball hoops. That includes tickets to our tournament at the San Diego County Fair, plus so much more. There's also a signed 8x10 from no other than Rey Mysterio. We also have signed toys, lots of concessions. Get some pictures and get some merch from your favorite wrestlers. We'll be right back in 15 minutes. Thank you.
foul.
Sabotaged by Mike. He's not here. He's a coward. Sabotaged by Mike. He's a coward. He's jealous because they drive a Tesla. The best car in America today. Yes. Thank you.
Boo this man.
Thank you.
No, no.
Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys back in good spirits for the following contest, which is for the Socal Pro Tag Team Championship!
Oh yeah, cheer you. That's right. Yeah, you're so cool. Look at you. There's kids here. Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to be an adult to
Come on, how many times are you
grow up here. Are you saying I'm wonderful? The real Shady fan.
We share the wealth. We share the wealth. I believe you. Right here. You want it.
Hey, up, baby. Let's go, baby. What is this slander?
Folks, it's hard to find a tag team more beloved in Southern California than the Krusty Crew. Also hard to find one more despised than the Shady Boys. Welcome back, folks. Pre-match antics to the Shady Boys. Krusty Crew stood their ground.
Come on,
You love to see it.
And welcome back to Socal Pro Wrestling I Quit. With this, our Tag Team Championship match. I'm Scarlett Charlotte, and I'm joined by Kevin Cormack.
Scarlett Charlotte, it's good to be back. And it's great to see a team that might just be the most fun team in Socal Pro. Maybe even Socal Pro history.
Well,
the
hey.
Krusty Crew. Listen,
Me and Diamond have pretty fun,
I
but I
love-
agree that we are nowhere near the amount of fun and levity had by the Krusty Crew. Don't worry.
I love you, I love Diamond, but I've never been given a snack by either one of you on the way to the ring.
We are the snack. Now it looks like the Shady Boys and the Krusty Crew sizing themselves up, and I do say sizing because both members of the Shady Boys absolutely tower over the Krusty Crew.
And,
Definitely have the height advantage, and therefore the reach advantage.
and you know, when we're talking about the tail of the tape, the Krusty Crew may have the athletic advantage here tonight. I mean, just look at this. He's R-Truth breakdancing all over the place, and we're just getting started.
And no breakdancing from Ty Williams, just straight breaking as he slaps one half of the champion and just throws him like a rag doll. How are the Krusty Crew going to counteract that size difference?
And you know, in addition to the size difference, this is a team that's been together for quite some time. They've been together over 5 years. If the Shady Boys were to pick up the belt tonight,
How about you standing here?
they defend championships with the well-known Freebird rule. Any member of the Shady Boys can jump in order to defend that championship. Obviously, 2 legal men in a championship bout. But this stops the Shady Boys from getting too fatigued at any one time, Charlotte. And that's something that can't be understated. The advantage of having 3 men in a tag team together. If one of you gets hurt, you don't drop those titles. If one of you gets fatigued, you have the other guy jump in for the night. It's a tremendous advantage and one that the Krusty Crew doesn't have.
Absolutely, it is just the 2 of them. Dom Kubrick, who's in the ring right now, and Lucas Riley. As Red Williams, nice little roll through, but Dom Kubrick holding on for that top wrist lock, maintaining control.
Dom Kubrick, something of the brawn of the Krusty Crew. I might argue Lucas Riley is a little bit more, not the brains, but maybe the stylistic.
One's the steak,
aspect.
one's the sizzle, is I think what you're looking for. As Dom Kubrick with those receiving those knife edge chops, and Big Red seems to have actually hurt his hand.
Big Red, that's a new one. He is a spicy boy, and a shady one at that. But Dom Kubrick having none of the Shady Boys' antics tonight. You might wonder if the Krusty Crew has a little bit more to prove since they were, you know, not attacked, but definitely provoked before the match began.
And very innovative offense from the Krusty Crew, that wheelbarrow senton. And now, one after another, but only a count of 2 from the Krusty Crew.
And when it comes to the Krusty Crew, the only thing that you can predict is they're going to be unpredictable. That's an advantage that you can't understate. You don't know what they're coming in with. They may have their finishers, but you have no idea how they're going to get there. It's about the journey. We're following a yellow brick road to see where the Krusty Crew ends up.
And Krusty Crew with some dynamic offense, double team maneuvers. Now, 1 in, 1 out though, very important, not in any risk of getting disqualified.
No, these are some clean actors. And I tell you what, the Krusty Crew may be the best coordinated tag team in Socal Pro today. Much love to the Anarchy Dolls. Respect the dolls.
And
What?
as if almost on cue, that incredible flowy offense from the Krusty Crew,
And
as
some
you can
aura
see
farming.
on the outside. Remy Morgan doing what he can to keep them in the fight, making sure they're nice and cool. As the three of them, like you mentioned, they do have the numbers advantage against the Krusty Crew with Remy Morgan on the outside.
The kids might say the Krusty Crew has the advantage of, I believe they call it aura. Never missing a chance.
Okay.
Never missing a moment of style, sizzle. They are the Mortars on the 4th of July, Charlotte.
Well, definitely some fireworks going off as a big drop kick to the face of Ty Williams and a huge double back body drop to Red Williams.
That incredible coordination, it's just something else. These guys live in each other's heads. And the Shady Boys are back out.
But it looks like Krusty Crew maybe have been calling the flight deck as it looked like they were about to fly, but Remy Morgan with a trip on the outside, and now the other Shady Boys by Remy Morgan is time.
Now listen, no pun intended, the Shady Boys do some shady stuff. These guys don't care how they get there. They care. Only a 2 count. These guys, they got heart. They got the eye of the tiger, one might say. They're not going down without a fight. And if you've seen the fight that the Krusty Crew bring here tonight at Socal Pro, I Quit. Once again, I'm Kevin Cormack here, joined by Gnarly Charlotte in the booth here in Vista, California. And it's an electric
Shady Boys with a count of 2 onto Lucas Riley. Lucas Riley desperately needs to make a tag, but that's not going to happen when Dom Kubrick is sent off the outside. Bit of a cheap shot there.
No, that's what you want.
Absolutely, as now it looks like some nice double team maneuver, double suplex. Maintaining that control to a very comfortable pace, and they have just maintained control as Lucas Riley appears to be fighting back. Knife edge chop, 3 knife edge chops, and a huge, big.
Let the Krusty Crew get back in their flow and the pendulum swings in their direction, it may never swing back in yours.
Shady Boys masters of control of that pace, a big, really stretching all of the ligaments on that side. Shoulder.
Lucas Riley fighting back out of it.
Shoulder, abdomen, the quads, all of that's getting stretched, and now it went from technical Dom Kubrick, and now absolutely Ty Williams is capitalizing on that in the worst way possible.
And again, while Lucas Riley suffers in the ring, he's gonna have a real hard time making his way over to that corner again.
To Ty Williams, Shady Boys, opposite corners, and Dom Kubrick with that jawbreaker and a super kick, blocking that punch from Remy Morgan on the outside, and gets a triangle drop kick for his trouble.
And it looks like the Krusty Crew have gone out of their way to even the odds here now. And now that they're getting rid of the tremendous...
That very nice bridging German suplex.
Absolutely beautiful. They're technical. The Krusty Crew are an incredibly technical team. And you don't see it if you're not really looking.
Looks like Lucas Riley not gonna let it hang.
Oh!
Ty Williams sends Dom Kubrick straight from the ring to the out.
With that huge drop, Dom Kubrick might be hurt. Lucas Riley might have to hold it down for himself for a while there. Especially with this.
Looking for that double clothesline. Dom Kubrick with a spear. And then a small package from Lucas. And sends Ty Williams to the outside, almost into our cameraman.
Listen, the cameraman does not count as a legal man. I've learned this recently. If you take him out, all you're denied.
Ty Williams acting as air traffic control, saying you are not taking off tonight. And a huge short arm clothesline by Red Williams. Flying senton from the top rope.
What a way to break up a pin. You're breaking up the pin. Not only that, but you're doing significant hurt. It hurts you, sure. But your opponent, he may not come back from that.
Absolutely, but as you can see, bodies all strewn across the ring. Has the Krusty Crew maybe...
A big meaty man slapping meat, Charlotte.
Well, I don't know about that, but it does look like huge forearms from the Shady Boys. And the Krusty Crew with forearms in response. And I'm sorry. And it looks like they're going to.
Nope.
They're going to do-si-do straight into Goozles.
Denial. A double pin for the double win.
And that is it with an amazing, innovative offense.
Incredible. Every time these guys are out here, you know you're going to have the time of your life. See those guys, watch that team, digging the SCP Tag Team Champs, Charlotte.
Ain't nothing but a crusty thing. Ain't nothing but a crusty thing.
And the Shady Boys rightly saying they were this close as they had the Goozle, they had the Krusty Crew by the neck looking for those double choke slams. And the Krusty Crew have done their homework and just very quickly, very expertly, you can see here, rolling through into those pins in stereo. The referee counting 3 for both of them.
Technical expertise, Charlotte. It's undeniable. And the Shady Boys can slither around back to where they came from and lick their wounds. But the Krusty Crew are still going to be here, putting in the work, getting the hours that it takes to be the Socal Pro Tag Team Champions.
And it looks like some sore losers, sour grapes, are the Shady Boys.
Listen, if you can't take down the big guy, their logic is to just kick the little guy, tear up signs, mess with the fans. It's gross. Anyway, here's Andrew Jasick to keep things moving forward for our main event of the evening, Charlotte.
Tesla is the best car in the United States.
I know he's retired. I'm going to meet Andrew Jasick in the parking lot.
All right, ready this out of the TV. All right, it is now time for your main event of the evening.
So I can look at his Tesla.
Was born from the streets. The streets did not raise Gustavo Perez. Gustavo Perez raised the streets. Gustavo Perez is going to become the best professional wrestler, and not just SoCal, but in the world. Don Caliente is a symbol of hope in every Bible across the world, every hood, across every map, across the 7 seas. I mean, that's the Don Caliente. You know, I like to have my fun. I like to party. I like to enjoy my time with women. But the problem is that Don Caliente, he likes to party till 3 in the morning. He is undeserving, and he did not qualify to be a tag team partner. When you go on Halloween Eve, this dude from the hood took every single one of those fools out. And you know what happened when I had that defining moment in my career, dog? The whole pedal, a lot. Non-stop. Everybody was calling me, everybody. But there was one person who I was expecting to call me, and he didn't. And that was Gustavo. That win was nothing but the blue. He won that Rumble because of me. The beloved Sean that I am ripped off on Don Caliente. Because the fact is, Don Caliente never deserved that title shot. Fools get jealous. It is what it is. When you're that damn good, even your closest ones will come and take you out to take out what you got. Finally, defeating Don Caliente will signify a new era for SoCal Pro. No more of these guys running these costumes, thinking they can dance around and get the fans behind them. Don Caliente, you will be the only man who will be saying the magic words. I Not just to me, to all my fans, and to that fool that's standing in the back. Come May 16th, I'm gonna make you say, "Hey!" You wanna talk tough, man? You wanna talk tough? Hey! 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 Hey, thank you for the lunch. Hey, thank you for the car, man. Oh, hell no. Hey, Dave! Where you going? Where you at? Where you at? Come on, where you at?
Got some for that ass, baby.
Kevin Cormack, it is a main event time. No pinfalls, no submissions.
I'm not doing
The
this. He got a
only
candlestick.
way
What's going on?
We are going home is if one of these men say the magic words, I
He hands up with the car.
It's gonna be a really long night, Charlotte.
It's going to be an incredibly long night.
Here's an quick match where the only way to win is to make your opponent say the word, "I quit." In under 6 first,
Caliente swinging for the fences at the very outset with that kendo stick. And Gustavo Perez with an immediate low blow. Everything is legal, Kevin. Everything is legal, and you can see that the referee has a microphone in his hand. Like I mentioned, there are no pinfalls. There are no submissions. The referee will not be counting tonight. The only reason that the official is there
is to hold that mic out.
To hold that microphone so that everyone in the building can hear you give up.
What do you think you are, huh?
This is a contest of honor, Charlotte. Honor
What do you say?
and your pride. This is the kind of contest that no man, woman, non-binary individual walks away from unscathed. This is damaging. This is life-changing and psychologically altering. It cannot be understated. The absolute finality of an I Quit match.
And you can hear the crowd hush as Don Caliente gets ready to swing that kendo stick.
That Singapore cane hurts. Singapore cane kendo stick, call it what you will.
And Don Caliente with a low blow of his own, and that Russian leg sweep assisted by the kendo stick. And the referee bringing that microphone in, but Gustavo Perez, not enough damage has been done. Now, typically, Kevin, I Quit matches are a spectacle of technicality. An I Quit match is usually handled by a submission, by a hold of some kind. I don't think we're going to be seeing that this evening.
This is barely a match, Charlotte. This is a war. This is a contest between two men who want blood. And it looks like Caliente is coming into the ring for something. There's some devious plans going on here.
And Caliente, well, you know what they say, when one door opens, another is hidden underneath the ring.
Who says that, Charlotte?
I did, just now. Don
Okay, fair
Caliente
enough.
throwing a door into the ring as Gustavo Perez still has yet to recover from that onslaught from Don Caliente you saw before the match.
And
Gustavo Perez not only stole his car, Don Caliente's car, but also hit him with it on the way away from the theft.
He cost this man his shot at the title. He cost him his car. He cost him his health. Now, there's nothing more to take from Don Caliente than his pride. Gustavo Perez has made sure of that. But if one person can rise above it, if one person has the heart and soul to come back from tragedy after tragedy and turn it into triumph, it's Don Caliente.
Absolutely.
This is a guy who came off the mean streets, who earned everything he's ever had, and will not let it be taken away by a jealous former tag team partner, Charlotte.
And Don Caliente has now constructed a table of sorts out of a solid wood door and is now climbing the top turnbuckle, probably looking for that leg drop. But Gustavo Perez knows his former tag team partner and hits a big enziguri all the way to the top rope. And Gustavo now with some evil intentions in his eyes.
And you know, Charlotte, these are typically, like you said, technical contests. But technical contests are for opponents that don't desire to destroy each other the way that these two do. This isn't just beef.
And Don Caliente, speaking of beef, speaking of a blood feud, Gustavo Perez feels Don Caliente off the top rope through the door.
This is just the beginning, Charlotte. I sense that there is more, and we're going to see it again. There's more evil intent in the hearts of these two individuals tonight. There will be blood. There will be violence. And there will be somebody who begs for mercy and screams, "I quit."
And Gustavo Perez I don't know if you heard that, Kevin, saying, "I'm not done with him."
Gustavo Perez doesn't even seem to be interested in the win anymore. Gustavo Perez is interested in taking from Don Caliente, as he's already done. What's further, Gustavo Perez is interested in breaking Caliente as a man. These are two guys who rode together, who shared meals, who shared tanks of gas, who've shared time. That's something that you can't get back.
Nor can you get back a chair shot to the spine. Gustavo Perez looking to inflict career-ending damage to Don Caliente, and another one straight to the spine. That is steel against flesh against bone.
And the quote-unquote last superstar won't stop until he gets what he wants. Don Caliente, he said it himself, he'll never quit.
Don Caliente will never quit, but I don't think that Gustavo will say those words either. So, like you mentioned earlier, it truly is an immovable object meeting an unstoppable force.
And these two who loved each other, now seek the ultimate penance for what they feel were individual slights towards each other. It started so well. This is not just a war. This isn't just a battle. This is two souls locked in a combat that is unlike anything we've ever seen before. Now, Socal Pro has run every kind of match. This is true. We've seen every kind of opponent face every kind of opponent. But we've never seen a feud that's gone this far, Charlotte.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, Gustavo Perez attempted vehicular manslaughter with Don Caliente's car.
I hardly think it's funny, Charlotte. This is
not funny.
Two men's lives.
It's not funny. The only thing I can do is laugh at the sheer hatred, because
I'm at a loss for words. Just how disgusted I am by Gustavo Perez's conduct. Not just tonight, but over the last several months. This is evil incarnate.
Absolutely, and folks, usually I give a little more play-by-play, but that's for a wrestling match, like you said, Kevin. This has devolved beyond a wrestling match. This is a knockdown, drag-out brawl. No technicality, just sheer emotion and physicality. As the fight is now spilled out into the fans, out into the crowd.
The fans might ask, how far can this go? The only answer is yes. There is no limitation on what these two are willing to do to each other. These men are going to walk away from this disfigured, perhaps permanently. Not only physically, but psychologically, because one of these men is going to say, I quit. And the contest will not end until one of them quits.
Not just careers will be changed, but possibly lives. Don Caliente raining the punches down, and Gustavo Perez with that shot to the throat, looking to collapse Don Caliente's windpipe.
Now see, that's the wrong strategy to go for. If you collapse Don Caliente's windpipe, he'll never be able to say, I quit. You'll never win.
But Don Caliente somehow manages to stand up. And from the bleachers, a big crossbody onto Gustavo Perez. Two men now strewn across the floor.
Now, folks, as you can quite possibly see, there is no padding. There is no softening these blows. It is hardwood gymnasium-style flooring that these men are throwing themselves into. And it looks like Caliente guiding Gustavo Perez back to the ring with quite a few significant strikes. Don Caliente follows suit. And it looks like they're gonna continue to exchange blows in the ring, excuse me. And a big Euro from Don Caliente is gonna send Gustavo to the floor when he's back.
Punches in bunches as that innovative shoulder block from Don Caliente, ducking a punch, springboard enziguri.
It's incredible that Don Caliente still has the agility to move the way he does. After taking that massive suplex to the ramp, it's incredible that these men are standing up at all, to be honest with you. It's incredulous. It looks like Caliente is looking for something more. The great equalizer. You may be big, you may be small, but all men, women, and non-binary individuals are created equally in the eyes of the Singapore Cane, Charlotte.
Absolutely. Now Don Caliente looking to inflict some serious damage. And remember how I said Gustavo Perez looked like...
Fuck you!
Whoa! There are children here, Gustavo. See that? Gustavo doesn't care about anything. No class, no honor. There is no honor among thieves in the first place, Charlotte.
Absolutely not. And honor among thieves is kind of apropos, as Gustavo Perez stole Don Caliente's chance of winning the title. Stole his chance at, well, owning a car, and has also stolen, perhaps the worst thing, stolen a brother from Don Caliente.
When you have somebody that you've spent your time with striving and clawing your way up for glory, and that person proceeds to just debase you, to attempt to destroy everything that you've built, it goes beyond the physical. It goes beyond the mental. This becomes a spiritual war of good and evil, Charlotte.
And speaking of a war, we're about to see a war. Gustavo Perez has now affixed Don Caliente's head. Has now affixed Don Caliente's head in the chair.
And now, folks, when a contest gets this heated, anything could happen, as we've seen. And you gotta wonder, do they have an ace in the hole at all tonight? Or is their ace in the hole already here?
And Gustavo Perez chucking around Don Caliente, the sexy Mexi, but it looks like the tank of both of them is running low. Gustavo Perez with a very nice fisherman suplex.
And folks, we normally have a lot of fun over here in the commentary booth. We laugh, we go back and forth, we get our giggles and our hee-hee-ha-has. But when it comes down to a contest like this, there is sort of a grim aura around, like darkness has fallen over Socal Pro until this dark cloud of evil is lifted.
Gustavo Perez with some evil intentions in his eye, grabbing another chair, but also some crutches.
A rubber chicken.
And normally we say everything except the chicken sink. Now it's everything, including the rubber chicken.
And not the rubber chicken, man. He's the only innocent one in all of this. And listen, it looks like
Gustavo Perez has those crutches. Don Caliente has a crutch as well.
a duel of fates of sorts. Two men face to face with crutches as their weapon of choice.
And both hitting at the exact same time.
Scientifically speaking, the odds of that are less than 1%, Charlotte. But these are two individuals who have continued to defy the odds their entire lives and will continue to do so until somebody says, I quit. Once again, I'm Kevin Cormack here with Gnarly Charlotte here at Socal Pro I Quit in Vista, California. This I Quit match has become a battleground. As you can see by the ring, it's absolute pandemonium as these two men break each other down into their purest form of dust.
It has been bedlam all evening. And now Don Caliente and Gustavo Perez digging deep in the reserve tanks. Don Caliente looking for that clothesline. Gustavo Perez ducking it. Now Don Caliente sending Gustavo Perez up and over. A kiss of death. And a big reverse DDT.
I'm surprised they haven't resorted to biting yet. It's not off the table tonight here, Charlotte.
Nothing is off the table. There are no disqualifications, no pinfalls, no countouts. The only way to win is to make another man say he quits.
And I've said it before in every past match. I'll say it again. This is a side of Don Caliente rarely seen. This is a man who has been broken down to his...
Hang on, Kevin. Gustavo Perez didn't say I quit. He said he'll apologize. And Don Caliente with a knee to the chin, and now a chair to the back. Gustavo Perez was looking for that low blow.
Don't do
and
it,
now
Caliente.
Don Caliente setting Gustavo Perez up in a very precarious position with his head right above the chair.
This could be career-ending, Charlotte. If he's going for what I think he's going for, it looks like Don Caliente's climbed up to the middle ropes here. This is potentially career-ending, potentially life-ending, Charlotte.
And Don Caliente with that huge leg drop from the second rope onto the chair. And Gustavo Perez instantly clutching his shoulder.
And Caliente normally grooving, dancing, having a great time. But he's gone back to his South Side Chicago roots, Charlotte. He's gone back to what he learned on the streets. And you don't get out of a fight like this without taking it to the streets.
And the crowd calling for the rubber chicken. And Don Caliente is a man of the people.
And it looks like he's looking for something. He might just be looking for respite for a moment. In a contest like this, giving yourself the advantage of a breather.
And Don Caliente heading over to the production booth. What did he grab?
It looks like he's got a cable.
Don Caliente grabbing a cable of some sort. Don Caliente can barely stand.
No one's safe in this contest. The video guy,
Our esteemed video production manager, John.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Learn the crew's names. And Don Caliente with that cable. Now towering over Gustavo Perez.
Evil plans. Evil plans here. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. He wants to get that as tight around his throat as humanly possible. He's trying to strangle the life out of Gustavo Perez here.
Gustavo Perez, you can see his eyes starting to bulge. Don Caliente starting to pull.
Gustavo's looking a lot worse for wear here. Demanding Gustavo Perez say, I quit.
And Gustavo Perez looking like he was about on the verge of passing out.
Quite perhaps unable to say, I quit. And Caliente, it's important to mention, those were the same matching vests that they used to share. This is not perhaps the most devious weapon you could use, but this is the most psychologically impactful.
Don Caliente screaming at Gustavo, you were supposed to be my brother. Now wrapping that vest. Gustavo Perez has said the words. Gustavo Perez has said the words, I quit. Don Caliente wins.
I'm at a loss for words.
I don't know if we've ever seen destruction, if we've ever seen pure physicality, pure bedlam, pure and unadulterated brutality like we have this evening, Kevin.
I just have to take a moment and soak it all in. What this means for the future of the Sexy Mexy Don Caliente. The symbol of hope prevails, but at what cost?
Gustavo Perez in this I Quit match has definitely awakened something in Don Caliente. And let's see one more time. Don Caliente wrapping that Dos Caliente vest around Gustavo Perez's neck and pulling until Gustavo Perez said the words, "I quit."
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Everybody here tonight, thank you. We'll see you June 19th at the Delmore Fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. From me, Kevin Cormack,
And
Darlie
from me,
Charlotte,
Scarlet Charlotte.
and for everybody here at the Socal Pro crew, including our esteemed video manager, John. Good night. Thank you so much. We'll see you at Delmar Fair on June 19th. I've got my tickets.
I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell everybody?